Good morning.
Early. It's too early on a Sunday to know which buttons to press. If I was still drunk, I would be hungover. So is that? Hang on. Is the $4.99 tier called 45-minute Patreon podcast?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be called.
I find that confusing every time.
It shouldn't. Well, you could have changed it.
Well, I didn't know.
Good morning, everybody. Lovely. Well, let's go and change that. While you talk to the ladies
Good
and jelly
morning
spoons,
and
the
welcome
boys and
to your.
girls.
Okay.
There we go.
Without you?
Without me.
Oh, so this morning I've had a delicious breakfast cooked for me by this guy. And also I have to say that I know it's going to be disappointing to you to find this out because you thought I was a stronger person than this, but after basically having been 24 hours advertised the merits of air fryers, I bought one. So I spent this morning looking through air fryers and being genuinely, and this doesn't sound like me again, genuinely interested in air fryers.
She got in late when they'd all sold out and they were expensive, unlike me. And it's like me getting in early with the new mortgage.
I've been looking on review sites and all that stuff. So I have bought one and I will be boring you to death with tales of air frying from now on, and I can only apologise, but I am advertising that ahead of the game.
How do I change? I can't. They've completely changed Patreon. So how do I change the tier? I can't see how I change the tiers. So I go to my page. I go to edit tiers. There we go. There's an actual edit tiers button, which didn't used to exist.
Balcony Shirts have given me a wonderful T-shirt, the Anti-Growth Coalition. Turns out I've been a member all along.
I wished I'd noticed that was been called the 45-minute podcast 6 months ago, because we could have lost people because of that. I didn't even notice.
So there we have it. The air fry chat is... See, Bodell, this is what happens. Paul Bodell says the air fry chat has piqued his interest in them. Exactly. Who gave a toss about air fryers before? But it's been like working with someone on QVC. All of a sudden I'm thinking, God, those velour leggings look amazing. Because of him.
So that's pissed me off that I hadn't changed that title.
Let it go. We've sorted it now.
Yeah, you know what I lost for. Anyway, the area, it must be 40 characters for access to all the shows.
There we go. You're in.
Bishy bash.
Zermot says, morning all. Sorry I'm late. To be honest, we've just been waiting for
It's going to take a while for it to kick in because I am so freaking tired. So yesterday... we went to see... We did our wonderful Zoom meeting for our £15 and above. Thank you very much indeed. That was always a lot of fun. Then we went to see Mark Lewison, talk about the Beatles. That was a 3-hour show. And then he was doing it again in the evening. Guy's a machine.
Wait, so he did the 3 hours, then he went and stood outside where there was a very long queue of people wanting to talk to him and have their book signed. So that would have been another hour.
Yeah.
And then that again the next time.
But he's my friend now. And so I texted him, saying, great show.
Yeah.
Great show. And he wrote back saying, it's great to reconnect.
Boom.
These are the circles that I move in. So that was good. Then we came back and I made Catherine some food and in my air fryer. And then we watched episode 1 of The Patient. Now, I've been raving about The Patient. This is the Steve Carell thing where he's a therapist and he gets kidnapped by a client. What did you make of it, Ples?
I thought it was chilling. I thought it was compelling. I thought it was tricksy because 20 minutes is not long enough and I can completely see how I could spend a weekend binging on that.
It's good. It's bloody good. I thoroughly recommend it. We also watched Naked Attraction. Jesus, why do we put ourselves through that torture? It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's put me off bodies.
We saw the famous bit where the guy does the splits and cracks his balls on the floor. It's horrible. It's such a horrible... program. It's not sexy, it's not titillating.
Single one.
Yep. It's not fun. Right, I'm going to tweet out that we're doing this. www.twitter.com.
Yeah, Naked Attraction. I'm astonished every week how they never do seem to find love, do they, by going from the knob first? Who knew? Who knew that was not a way to select a life partner? To go, ugh, weird feet. Ooh, what's that? Ah! You've got to know the person first, and then the rest of it doesn't matter so much. I mean, as long as it's not you know, I mean, some of them are. Not wanting to body shame, but why would you do that? Why would you put yourself on television? I just think that there's a fundamental problem if that's what you're going to do. But maybe that's the whole point, right? Because every lid finds its pan, and those pans want to go on telly.
Unicorns, right?
Unicorns.
Jesus, you made me laugh in Clinton this week.
Well, you listen to the free one, right?
Yeah,
so if you're a patron, you've already heard that one. You're on the next one. But yeah, he's just heard the unicorn one. It has led to me getting a number of suggestive tweets. Let's put it that way. I mean, it's almost as if they think it's real life. Of course it's real life.
So we're doing this because I was working on Friday. The show went well. It was an awards ceremony, which I'm very proficient at hosting, and we did that. And it went very well. I danced a little bit to the Take That Boys, and carried like Mark Owen around.
Not real Mark Owen, not real Take That. If you missed yesterday, it's going to be a bit confusing.
Tall Mark Owen.
Mark Groen.
Mark Groen. I was calling him Mark Noen, as in no. So that's that. Now, I'm not quite sure how we're going to do the show. I need to get my phone because I'm not quite sure how we're going to do the shows next week. It's such a busy time at the moment.
Yes. I'm trying to think what's going on. So Monday I've got to go and... Right, yes. But Monday we don't do anything anyway. So what's going on Thursday, Friday then that makes you out of the loop?
Well, Thursday I've got my exam. It's at 6. It's 2 hours. I'll probably be done by an hour because I just fly through exams. I don't give a shit.
But that shouldn't be the plan.
No. But it's multiple choice, right?
Oh.
And it is one of those... I did the mock. They give you a mock. So it's the real exam, I think, is 6 case studies or 3, I can't remember. So I did the mock and they say, well, this should take you 45 minutes. And I did it in 15 minutes. And I passed it because it's kind of obvious,
right?
Really. But so I cannot guarantee that we'll be here on Thursday, so I can't do that. Friday we're doing the show. And then, so next Sunday, and I know some of you are coming, I'm being interviewed by Gingerbeard Mark in Birmingham, 4:30 at the Custard Factory. And I said to him, could we stream that as the second Patreon show for those people that can't? He went, yeah, sure. I said, how many tickets have you sold? He said 36. I went, oh, well, I'm not going to do that then, because that might I feel bad that he's not sold more tickets. He may even be here. Morning, Mark. I feel bad that he's not sold more tickets. The people that come in are great, and I know a few of you are coming, but even though he said it will be fine, for me to then stream his show to my people, I think is a little bit off. You know, I think if we got to Saturday and we hadn't sold any more tickets, then sure. But I need to tell these people this weekend what shows they've got coming. So it's a little bit of a mess. And I don't really have any other time. And I'm just aware we've been a little bit flaky recently. I know some of you will say, don't worry about it. There'll be some people that do worry about it. I am one of those people. So, right. So Wednesday, all day Wednesday, is there a way to pay per view if we can't go? No, not for the Birmingham thing. For the Luton thing,
because it's not yours.
Yeah, the Luton thing there will be. If you're £15 and above for the Luton show on December the 18th, you get free backstage pass and you get free front stage pass. If you're anything below that, you don't, and you can pay for it. It'd be like £5, I think it will. £5 backstage, £5 front stage. So Wednesday, so after the show, I have to go into London to record some stuff for 4 Extra. Then I have to go to Brixton to teach an improv class, which I'm absolutely dreading, even though I've done it before and it was a piece of cake. Why is my youngest signed up to Waze? The driving thing.
What he's not told you is he's just bought a Lamborghini.
On his Go Henry. And then Wednesday night, we are going to see Neil Hamburger.
Neil Hamburger, oh yeah.
So then Thursday, so I'm not doing the radio show Thursday morning, but I've got clients from 12:30. We could do 9:30 to 12 Thursday morning. Could we? Could you?
With a bit of jiggling, yeah.
No jiggling. It's not OnlyFans. We watched. So we're watching Naked. I'm so tired. Naked Attraction.
Speaking of jiggling,
and the host said to this lady, "So, what are your fantasies?" "Oh, I don't have fantasies. I'm just a dirty bastard."
But you know what it was? I find it really fascinating to watch, and I know you're going to say, "Oh no, it's not a psychological, survey," but I think it is actually. She was leading with the sexy stuff, right? Because actually, when they picked each other and they sat down to talk to each other, there was no personality there whatsoever, was there?
No.
Her personality was dirty bastard.
Yeah.
And then, in the same breath, saying, "But I find that the guys I get always are just after one thing." It's like, well, maybe it's because you advertise yourself as a dirty bastard. I don't know.
Someone's asking what's happening in Luton. We are doing a show, our last show at the Bear Club.
Oh
God! We'll get
who
rid
put
of,
that on there?
We'll get rid of that picture. There was a few tickets. Let's not go to view tickets. Let's find somewhere nicer. Happy Shark. Let's go to Happy Shark. Although that's an old one. What's on? You keep talking.
Oh, I like Happy Shark very much.
Yeah.
Happy Shark is the guy that sets up our gigs for us, and he's just the most pleasant, helpful person. Here we go. So we've got the link for you. God knows why they would use that other picture. That's almost like they don't.
Well, that's just like an old thing they've just found. It's probably a bot that's pulled it.
Yeah.
So we're doing our last ever show at the Bear Club because it's closing, and
yes,
I wasn't going to. Then my mortgage went up. But also the Christmas shows are easier to do than like normal shows because you just have a party. We'll play Pass the Parcel, Secret Santas. We'll do all of that. So that's what that'll be, and they're fun. The Christmas shows are fun, but I do get very, very anxious about doing live shows to the point where I don't really like doing them at all. The thing with Gingerbeard, Mark will be fine because it's not my show, but I feel really, really anxious that he hasn't sold more tickets. That's my thing. That's my thing.
It's the lack of control from your part, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a reminder that I'm not a big draw. That's the thing, and that's
where your head goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're doing a show on Friday. Why can't we do a show Saturday?
We can.
What's happening Saturday? 15th. I haven't got anything written down.
You got the children?
No. Kim's in Ireland. Okay, well, maybe we do it Saturday then. It's this last week and this week, so busy. So busy. So it's got to be.
It's going to get that way now. We're that side of the year.
Yeah,
it's going to start to accelerate.
So it's got to be. I want to pay them goddamn bills.
Yes.
So yeah, okay, probably be Friday night and Saturday for those in the knows. And I think we're going to make both of those shows free because we didn't do it this week, which I forgot. But that's not really a problem because you can sign up to Patreon anytime you want. But there's no point telling you that.
Because you've already done it.
Because you're already here.
But if you're listening on the podcast and you've forgotten that you were able to do that, then do it.
Yeah. Thursdays was free. What does that mean, Richard? You need a little bit more. David Turners is in the house.
Oh, hello, David Turners.
Hello, David Turners. Welcome to the show. So we're very tired. It's here's where let me check. Let me put my feet on the ground because I'm really anxious, right? Because I'm just so busy this week. There's no breathing space whatsoever. I'm off Thursday morning from Jack because we're going out Wednesday night. But I'm feeling really stressed because tired. Because my eldest wants to do a stream with me today, which I really, really want to do. He wants to play Fortnite with me. I know why, because he wants me to look rubbish. You made the Thursday show free on Twitter. Oh, yeah. We did, but I need to put... I know, thank you. I need to say in advance, these two shows are going to be free. Faith couldn't get in. Well, that's her fault, Visionary. She was doing something wrong because it was free. And even if it wasn't free, if she had the link, she should have been able to get in. So that's faithful. But I need to say in a post, these two shows are going to be free. So you can come and watch them instead of doing it just before. That's not particularly good. Visionary, you screwed it up, mate. You screwed it up. So I'm stressed because the big A has asked me to do something, because I've got to work out this improv stuff I'm going to do. I've done it once before and it was fine, but I didn't enjoy it. Teaching a whole 90-minute improv. I just have to go through the book and all the games that I'm going to play. Also, I've got a load of counselling stuff, admin I need to sort out. I need to find a better way of writing down who is what is where, because I do it in a book. I think I've got it on my. It's too much going on in my head at the moment. It's too much going on in my head at that moment. So I'm a little bit anxious. How are you, Catherine Boyle?
Well. Here's where I'm at. I need to get a show reel together for a potential job.
Yeah.
But it's just dawned on me that I haven't got one, and I'm not generally someone who's done a lot of. I've not done telly really. This side of the middle of this century. So I don't know, I've just got in my head, when you've got to do something and you can see the vague shape of it, but you can't see the detail. That's where I am. But by this evening, I should have grabbed a few clips together of things. I guess I'm just going to send them stuff like this, because all they want to see is whether I can talk to the camera, basically, for a particular area of work that I am aiming myself in at the moment. And it might be a fool's errand, but at this point I'm at a stage where I'm just going to I need to have a little project, right? I need to feel like I'm doing something in order to get another job, right? And and when I say another job, it's not that I don't consider this a job. This is a job. The other job I do with Alex is a job, with Clinton Baptiste, but I just need something else, right? And I need something that I can rely on. And so I just need to plug that gap in the dam at the moment. But it's that thing of not wanting to lose my nerve about things and to trust that everything will be all right in the end. And I know it will, but I just need to take little steps and concentrate on the bit in front of me rather than the big picture, which is, frankly, terrifying. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. But it'll be all right. So that's this afternoon. I'm going to go through old videos of this and whatever else I can find, and just find some bits where I don't, one, look hideous, two, sound like a knob. Tricky, I know, but it's going to happen.
It's
I will find it.
I don't know how do you get into TikTok on a computer? It's the preparation is the pain in the ass, isn't it?
I know that it's going to go to an office where some 20-something's going to look at it and go either yes or no. But I also know that I could be brilliant for their thing. So I'm trying to concentrate more on the latter than the
Your
former.
acting thing the other day went well?
Oh, it went so well.
Yeah?
It went so well. Here's the thing. They didn't rumble me that I'm not a proper actor.
What?
They didn't. I'm working with someone who is like a trained actor, does theatre, all this sort of stuff, and a director, a proper film director, and his wife, who is, again, proper film director. And they were all saying nice things. Now, I don't know whether that's part of the shtick, right, where that's how you get the best out of your artistes. But I felt like I belonged there. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
There were moments where I forgot that I wasn't a complete imposter, which is always a little bonus, isn't it? Take clips from the Captain Sexy episode. If you fake it till you make it, will work anywhere. Acting has to be it, absolutely. But the thing was, here's the deal. I'd learnt my lines, and by the time I got there, I was speaking the lines like they were my own thing, and that was the whole point. And I was so worried about that. I got so in my head about it because I had weeks and weeks to prepare for it. I was thinking, I'm just going to remember the lines. It's going to be like watching a school play. They're just going to, and that's because the stuff I do with Clinton is mostly improvised. So that's why it feels more natural. So I was worried about that kind of block, but it wasn't there. It was cool. I think it was all right. I'm looking forward to seeing them once they've shone it up. Shined it. I was going to say shone it up, because that's what'll make it good or shite.
I'm trying to find my niece.
And I'll send you the link as soon as I have it. I'm not really allowed to say much more about it publicly because it's a surprise.
So I'm just trying to find something. Amy, I can see you're in the waiting room. We'll bring you in a second. Just trying to find a clip.
Oh, this.
So
you've become a meme.
I'm a meme. I'm a meme. Here we go, look at this. I've got sent this. This made me laugh. This made me laugh. Here we go.
No, John, it's not a drama. It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be funny.
Here we go. This is.
Let's hope I'm not bugging it up.
This is a thing now.
Did somebody say just ring, ding dong, ring a ding 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 dong. Did somebody say just ring, ding dong, ring a ding 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 dong.
There you go. That's my life. That's my life at the moment. Right, some people are knocking at the door. They're ringing the bell.
Strawberry Gate.
Strawberry Gate. Strawberries. Bloody strawberries.
I mean, they're good strawberries, but everyone was going to get one each, weren't they? I think that's cruel. I think you've saved them some torture there because one's never enough.
One strawberry. I mean, Jesus Christ, grow up.
Hey!
Emma.
Hello. Look at you out in the sunshine.
I'm at work.
I thought you might be. How's it going?
Yes, okay, we're getting ready for Halloween. It's my favourite time of year here, so yeah.
Is there another, because I'm coming up with the boys, is there another one of those scary things where you walk through and people jump out and scare the shit out of you?
Yes, that will be here. That's the last year we're going to have the one that's underground. So,
that just made me shiver thinking about it. So not only have you got people jumping out, but also you're underground. No thanks, no.
Oh, it's good.
No merci.
It's proper good. I love that stuff.
I really can't do that stuff. I don't know what's happened, but the jumping out in the dark, not for me. I can watch scary films. I can, you know what I'm like? I'm double hard. I can go on all the scary rides, but not the jumping out thing. No. I think I got traumatised. Oh, Amy's frozen. There you go. You're back. So exciting times over at the park.
yes, my favourite. Love it.
Oh.
Gosh, I've got tech problems.
Uh-oh.
Facepalm.
She keeps freezing.
Amy, your internet is...
It's awkward, isn't it?
Well, I tell you what's awkward is your internet is shit.
Yes, I know. Story of my life.
Where are you off to now?
The office.
You can have a drink.
I don't know. I might need one.
Is it? It looks empty though.
Oh, hang on a minute. How do I?
It's empty.
It's quiet. Oh no, look, there's some kids.
It's empty. If I got there and it looked like that, I'd be all over it.
You'd be all over it.
Yeah, totally. I'd go be on that log flume 24/7.
Oh, look, all the bebes.
So happy.
Oh, look, pumpkins.
Anyway, I'm here till late. That's why it started late.
Oh, I don't think they can hear you. I think I've buggered this up. Hang on. There we go. You'll be able to hear it better now. There we go. All right. Amy, your internet is not very good.
But I'm glad you're having fun times.
Chowsy chow chows.
Bye-bye.
Chowsy chow chows.
I can't do those jumpy out things anymore. I think it's because of that thing in Spain. And I was talking to my mate about it this summer. I said, that thing has ruined me for all those jumpy out fun time attractions now.
See, I like those. I don't like the scary rides. I like the jumpy out stuff. That stuff is fun.
The first one I went on, though, I didn't know what was coming. So I think that might have been what did it. So you go in and it was all these different film sets, basically.
Oh.
You went in and you were going through and they stood in the doorway and they said, "Welcome to the House of Terror. Don't touch anything and nothing will touch you. Do not run, do not scream." But of course, by the end, everyone's screaming and running and being like quite badly intimidated by scary people, scary makeup on. And I did not enjoy it. But I was bullied into going through again the following year.
Yep.
And I shouldn't have done it. I should have listened to myself. Now I don't do stuff I don't want to do anymore.
Yep. We've put the Zoom link out if anyone wants to come in and have a little chat. I'm so tired.
I know.
Jesus.
I can tell.
My God.
I can tell.
I've got so much to do today. It's really starting.
Just think about the first thing. You'll get there. You'll get there.
And then it all, it's that wheel. Then it all begins again. Then I'm back up at 5:30 tomorrow. It all begins again. You're going to wind up back in the box. That's what's happening.
Yeah, but you've got a day off this week.
I haven't got a day off this week.
Well,
I have a morning off this
right,
week.
okay.
And then I've got 3 clients. There is no day off. 3 clients and an exam. ain't a day off
I'm
where
morning
I
off.
come from. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to watch something? Some of you are joining in. Here we go. Let me put the link in again. We'll have a little chitty chat, and let's see how we get on. John, who is it? John, I can't see. Has just ordered Anti-Global Club. What's it called?
Anti-Growth Coalition.
All right. Oh shit! Wasn't expecting that.
Hey, Jimbo. Early morning, Jimbo.
Ew. Yeah, and it feels very early.
It does. It's not really, though, is it? It's nearly 11:30.
Oh, I'm burning the candle at both ends. I was playing video games with some American friends last night till 2:30 in the morning.
Games were you playing?
Oh, it's Destiny 2, my continuing addiction.
Yeah.
Just for 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool. Because a couple of the guys were the actual developers of the game.
Holy shit! You're playing with the devs.
Yeah, I've managed to sneak into a clan that has got a load of devs for all sorts of games, like Forbidden Horizon, Zero West, or whatever, and all sorts of games.
Please, may I do a joke?
Of course.
You've got devs Destiny. You've got dev Red Dead Redemption. You've got dev Alahan
I knew you were going there.
from Coronation Street. Jimbo's trying to suppress a laugh. Let it go, Jim. Let it go.
Do your Dev impression. Let's all do a Dev impression.
I can't remember how it happens.
Oh, come on, Deirdre.
I can't remember.
It's like this all the time, isn't he?
When I came back from holiday, I was really into Coronation Street, and I had 9 episodes on the Sky Plus box. So I watched them all. I watched them all in one afternoon. So that's about 3 hours. Yeah. And no, about 3.5, 4 hours. And then I went to Sainsbury's, and in front of me in the queue was Dev, and it blew my mind. I thought
Actual Dev.
Actual Dev. I thought I was tripping. It was like just
Stepped into the show.
Yeah, totally. I was so immersed, and then suddenly, oh my god, Dev is there, literally packing his bags before I go in. It's great. Sorry, we interrupted. So you're playing with the devs.
Playing with Dev Alahan.
Yeah, and they're such lovely folks. And really helpful because we were doing a raid thing where you've got to solve puzzles and do certain mechanics and then kill the boss. And we were playing from 10 o'clock till 2:30.
Yeah.
So it was brilliant. Lovely bunch of people. So can't wait to do some more of that. Hopefully at a bit earlier time.
I want a big COD session, Call of Duty, Cold War, but I just haven't got the time. I just want to sit there and play with you guys, my friends, and I just haven't got the time. I need to start saying no to some things. Is what I need to do. Saying no to my boss when he says, "You coming in tomorrow for the show?" No. I mean,
there's something my therapist has been saying to me about protecting the time that's for you.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I was continually going to sessions and saying, oh, well, the week started off okay, but it got worse and worse. It was almost like the session grounded me, and then my anxiety just escalated. And she said, well, are you taking time to do your safe space? Are you taking time to do your breathing exercises? I'm like, well, no, I just couldn't fit it in. And I'm off work sick. And I wasn't finding time to do those things that restore me, and if playing a bit of COD restores you, then yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how we see that time as a luxury rather than a necessity, and it actually is. And this is the reason why whenever you get time off, you get ill, I get ill.
Yeah.
It's because your body goes, oh, right, now you got time for me, have you? Well, I've got something to tell you. You're not very well.
There's a few reasons it's so packed this week. It's partly because obviously my mortgage went up, so I'm like, no, well, that's why I've got a couple more clients. And none of the other jobs fit into that category. That's why I've got 2, potentially 3 more clients. It's because of that. That's not the reason, but it's like, okay, yeah, no, I will take you on. Again, no, that's not the reason. I wanted to take them on. Knowing that I needed a little bit more extra money was more of an impetus to say yes, but I wanted to take them on. I probably would have done anyway, actually, because I'm really enjoying the counselling. That's the correct way of putting it. And the teaching thing was supposed to be last week, but there was a train strike, so it's moved to this week, which was always going to be on the same day as the BBC 4 Extra, which by coincidence is on the same day as Neil Hamburger. The exam was booked in a month ago. That's when the exam is. Mark's thing's been booked. So it's all kind of coincidence that it's worked out into this week. But I mean, no, I don't need to learn to say no. I've said no to a couple of things, actually. I've had a couple of emails from people saying, would you do this? No, thank you. No, thank you.
It's just the way things have fallen, isn't it? In a lot.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. You know, you didn't plan for it to all be this week.
Exactly. So, Jim, the guy's asked to write a book about me.
Yes.
Now, how does that affect our relationship?
Well, I'm obviously disappointed that as your chosen biographer, you're now going to go for this other loser. You know, I have started.
Go on. What have you got so far?
You want me to read out the page of text I've got?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah.
Right. Let me just.
Does it start once upon a time?
I don't know whether I went for that cliche. Hang on.
Cliche? How dare you?
Iain Lee biography. I mean, I haven't written any of it since the 16th of July. To be fair, I say a whole page of text. So at the top it says Iain Lee biography, and then it says beloved TV and radio presenter Iain Lee was born on the 9th of June 1972 as Iain Lee.
So stop. Read that sentence again.
Beloved TV and radio presenter Iain Lee was born 9th of June 1972.
Stop. Can anyone please tell Jim where he's completely ballsed up any opportunity he had?
Was it 1973?
Yes, mate.
You're not 50. Well, your Wikipedia's wrong then.
Let's get off Wikipedia.
Iain Lee Rugby. I'm just doing my research.
Copied and pasted, innit?
He was born in Slough, then part of Buckinghamshire, to his parents Malcolm and Linda. Ian's father worked as part, and that's as much as I've got so far.
Fuck it.
He did work though. That's fair play. That's good research.
I've made that edit.
Thanks, mate.
So it says 1973 now.
Wow.
I was going to say your father worked as part of the BBC props department, that's what he did, wasn't it?
That's what he did, wasn't it? So you're okay if I go to the guy that's actually written a book? Before?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you pay me for the bit I've done, I'm happy.
I'll pay you that. That's next time I say it, give you the 50p. But because I know we did talk about it. Are you cool if I go with this guy?
Yeah, I'm not a professional writer.
Okay, no, but I know we talked about it a bit.
I think you should write a rival. I'd rather read yours.
I was going to play it completely for laughs, and that was going to be the serious bit, and then everything else was just going to be utter nonsense.
Unauthorized history of Iain Lee, and you can just write it. You can make shit up.
Go heavy on the gay cowboy stuff. That's what I was going to do.
But I
said make shit up.
Shut up. This guy got in touch, Harry Shapiro, and he's real. I'm sure I read his Hendrix book when I was at college.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, he's a proper writer. He writes a lot. He's written several rock star biographies and a few books about drugs. And he heard the thing I did on the not the Stephen Nolan thing, the other thing. I think that was it. And he said, anyway, so he's going to send me a couple of his books for me to read. And I said, well, how is it? You're going to ghostwrite it? He said, no, I'll interview you. And then I'd go and interview the other key players.
I just had a brilliant idea.
Go on.
That's what
I'm going to hop on this bandwagon, right? So you write the unauthorised history. I'm going to do the Iain Lee colouring book.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
What do you reckon?
Brilliant. I'd buy that.
Ready for Christmas, everyone?
So I think I'm going to say yes to the dress. Yeah, I'm going to say yes to the dress.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
If he might change his mind. I did say to him, I don't think you're going to sell many. And he said, well, I don't know.
He said you don't know what I'm writing, mate.
He said something about fan base or something. I don't know. I'm talking too much. Catherine, over to you.
No, you're not talking too much. I find it interesting.
No, but I'm talking about me a lot.
Well,
I mean, that is true.
Not normally a problem. So, Jim, what's your plan for the rest of the day?
So we're hopefully going to do a TLNA Dungeons and Dragons session later.
Oh,
holy shit!
Which would be session 3. This would be the 4th session, but there was 2 session 1s because of split parties and stuff. Which is set in the world of Marbleshire, whose capital city is TLNA.
Okay. And you got permission from the copyright holders to use this, did you?
Yeah, because we can find the link to the previous conversation we had on this show.
In that case, I'll carry on.
You were both very flattered that you were a bard and Catherine was a paladin.
That's about right.
So yeah, it's going really well. They're loving it. It's very much silly nonsense So
You astound me. It sounds really good. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. It was always like the boys at school, and they never wanted girls to play.
We tried it. But
It always
we
seemed
didn't-
very serious.
It was a lot of work. No one wanted to be the dungeon master.
Yeah,
And
it's a lot of
I
work.
started reading the rules, and it was I couldn't
If you're
fathom it.
if you're the dungeon master, what do you have to do?
You have to
Make
like,
the
make
story.
the story, innit? Yeah.
I've got a Bible for the campaign, which has got all the characters and like even some character sheets for them. So in case it turns into a fight, got all their sort of quests that you can pick up in all the different places. Yeah, because you're in it. There's Dogface Boys in it. All the TLNA characters are weaving their way in. Clinton's in there. I did have to do a Clinton Baptiste impersonation.
Can you imagine? You're right.
Yeah. So it's such fun, and it's a lovely people, members of the community that have jumped in. Just can't scheduling's the worst bit because just can't get everybody together.
Yeah.
So hopefully this afternoon.
That sounds like a laugh.
It is. It's so much fun.
Gatford asks if he's in it.
Gatford is in it, but he hasn't appeared yet.
Oh, Gatford.
No spoilers.
Matt says, don't use Wikipedia for the research. Use the Here's the Thing transcripts.
The Bible.
It's more accurate. What time are you doing that?
I think 3
Okay.
3 or 4, something like that.
Go on.
Yeah. Other than that, I'll probably just be playing Destiny 2.
Yes, just to flag up, I might be doing a Fortnite stream with my son, but it'll be on his channel. So if you want to watch that, sign up to Alex Plays Fortnite. He's just had a video, a short, get about 10,000 views. It's nuts. It's
Which
really
one was
it's the
Is
short.
that the Pokemon one?
He's peeling back a Pokemon thing, and as of last night, had 9.7 thousand views, and a lot of his other videos get 20, full stop.
I'm one of the 20.
Thank you, mate, and it's appreciated. I know a lot of you went and supported him, and also Kim's channel. But it's weird. Every now and then he'll get one that does really, really well. It's obviously some weird algorithm. His Stranger Things experience short got a few thousand. This was nudging 10,000 last night. So obviously some algorithm kicks in for him. And it just, as he wrote to me yesterday, saying, this one's really popped off. I thought,
Brilliant.
That's an odd phrase, but so it's strange.
Quite often it just tags onto someone else that
Right.
like because the algorithms identified, oh, this is similar to this, and then it appears on the tiles at the end of the video.
Right.
Or because like that's why the one of my nephews singing the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song, it just continues to do ridiculous numbers.
Yeah.
But of course, I can't monetize it because it's the SpongeBob SquarePants thing.
Gary says, here we go, Jim, ready for this? Gary says, I think it's the tags you use.
There is some of that. There's like, because, that is part of it, but the algorithm doesn't really go by the tags because people just bang as many tags on as they can a lot of the time.
But yes, if you want to, I won't be on camera. I don't think Alex will be on camera. But if you want to watch, 12-year-old laughing at an old man playing Fortnite,
He's really good, isn't he?
sign up to that. He's brilliant. Yeah,
So
he's really
fast.
Are we going to get a rage quit? Is that
almost definitely. Almost
Excellent.
definitely.
I'll
But I
try
don't
and
know what
tune
time
in.
it is. That may not happen. But if you go and follow him and then click the notification bell, if it happens, then you will know. Alex
Smash that
plays
like button.
Fortnite. Smash that like button. Yes, John, it is on the YouTubes. The YouTubes. Why am I so tired?
I don't know. It's.
I slept well. I was in bed because once you left, I went to bed pretty much straight after you left. I was in bed by 9:30, and I didn't get up until 9:30.
9:30 to 9:30.
Yeah,
Overslept.
that's the second time you've said that to me this week.
I know. Yeah.
I don't think you can oversleep.
You can.
I don't.
You can, and you've got like a hangover for the rest of the day.
I don't think you can.
You can.
I don't think you can.
You can have an incomplete sleep cycle because you slept for too long.
Well, that's not oversleep.
It is.
That's incomplete sleep cycle.
No, because you've had 2.5 cycles instead of 2.
Exactly. So if I'd have slept even longer, it would have worked, right?
Yeah.
So
and
then
you
how can
wouldn't have
that be
overslept.
oversleep? If I'm sleeping longer to fix the problem, that's not oversleep. I've underslept is what you're saying to me. I didn't complete my cycle.
Just nod and smile, Jim. It's the only
I'm
way. This is
I'm
gonna
going to
end.
frown and shake my head.
I find that if I sleep for a reasonable amount of time, I wake up like because I'm uncomfortable. Like my bones ache and I can't get comfortable again. That's a
I
weird
had a
one.
chronic cramp when I woke up this morning in my calf.
Yeah, you overslept, mate.
Well, I don't think I did because I only
No,
I-
you did. Yeah, you overslept.
half. What it was 3 o'clock probably by the time I got in bed to 9:30. So that's only 6.5 hours.
Yeah, you overslept, Jim. Trust me. I know these things.
Gatters is still asleep.
I'm sorry, I have to come in and
A
defend Ian.
recumbent gatters.
I didn't
Yeah.
know you're cockeyed, Gary. I didn't. Are you?
Sorry, what?
You're cockeyed.
I don't know what
One's
that
paying the driver, the other one's looking for a seat
Why have you
at the
put
back
the
of the bus.
emphasis on the cock part?
That's what you say. You're
Cockeyed.
cockeyed. You're cockeyed.
I think I'm
Cockeye.
just holding the screen at a funny angle. I don't think.
No, your left eye's having a look at your nose.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise.
It might be
Oh,
because you're tired. Mine goes a bit.
He's probably overslept.
Mine goes a bit
It is-
skewy.
Well, I don't agree with the oversleep theory. I think.
Oh, hang on a minute. If Gary's agreeing with me, I might be on the losing side here.
Listen, if your body needs sleep, how is it that you can have too much of it?
Because
Jim
you
and
don't-
Davo, one eye on Cork, the other on York.
Has someone put in the chat cockeyed yet?
John says his eyes are home and away.
Oversleeping or long sleep. This is from the sleepfoundation.org.
And
It's
they know.
defined as sleeping more than 9 hours in a 24-hour period.
Yeah, I just came in to defend Jim and Kath because I'm with them. When you sleep really well, you're knackered next day.
Yeah.
It's bizarre, but it's true.
But how can too much of something have the reverse effect? And name anything else.
Too
where that
much
is-
love will kill you.
Oh,
Just a
my
show
God.
is not at all.
Heroin and cocaine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Too
they're
much.
not-
Too much of stuff is not good.
Cocaine makes you upbeat and fast. If you have too much, you will be dead.
And slow.
Yes.
I can't drink.
that's
I can't
not-
drink
that's
coffee.
I was thinking of something natural in the body, not enhancements.
That what? Okay.
Enhancements.
Well, drugs.
That's another thing that'll kill you. I've seen on Botched people whose tits are life-threatening.
Poisonous tits.
Yes. Toxic tits.
So some people have cement shoved up their arse, don't
Oh, yes. That was a thing that was done. Yeah. That was a thing that was done when people started to transition illegally, right? In the States, people would go to have enhancements to try and sort of look more padded.
Yeah.
To have a more shapely, womanly form. But the people they go to weren't qualified and they were pumping them full of like flipping concrete and all sorts. It was awful. I saw someone, again, on the documentary you may be aware of called Botched, who'd gone in and she had all these lumps on her head and stuff where it had just started to sort of collect in certain places. Bloody awful. Absolutely, he mutilated that poor girl. It was awful.
I can't even watch Naked Attraction, so I definitely can't watch Botched. It's just...
Botched. No. Are you not a Dr. Pimple Popper fan either?
No, my wife watches them, and I sometimes catch her watching them, and I go, "Oh, turn that off!"
Put you right off cottage cheese, I tell you that.
Oh, it's disgusting.
The only one I
She
do
finds
like.
it therapy.
Well, I've
only one
got to the point now where I've seen so many of those, I'm pretty sure I could do those operations myself.
Oh,
The only one I do like is the bloke on TikTok who takes things out of people's ears. The earwax people. They're quite nice. Quite satisfying.
Catherine, perhaps that could be your new project.
Yeah, plastic surgery, yeah. And squeezing stuff. Okay, I'm going to write that down. I'll write that down under special skills. And skills enter the
Underline
Z.
that one, Kath.
Oh, well, it'll be all right, won't it? That's what I keep telling
Hang
myself.
on. I think Visionary has misunderstood the whole Gatford take. Who's doing a long, slow fart?
Gavin!
It's my next door
It's not
neighbour's
me.
got an angle grinder or something out very
So
helpfully.
the thing is, right, whatever Gary says, you put the word
Gasford.
Forward on the end.
Ford on the end, right?
Yeah.
So Gasford, Iford, Dickford, Twatford. But Visionary's put Ford Eye.
She's got
Ford
no-
Eye. She's completely Visionary. Ford Eye, really?
Have you been paying attention?
Is that supposed to be a Gatford joke? Ford Eye.
Can we start a new joke line about Visionary getting things the wrong way round?
I want Visionary. Oh, there we go. She's just changed it to iPhone.
Now she's back in class.
Ford Eye.
Maybe that's what Visionary Soup is. It's the wrong way round. It should be Soup Visionary.
Soup Visionary. Yeah.
Super revision.
Yeah.
Can I just highlight my
What's
wife's
that noise?
contribution in the chat? It's the angle grinder that it's on over.
What is she trying to say?
Jen has said that Catherine's plastic surgery should be called Boils.
Oh, very good.
Well done. Very good. If I was in the chat, I'd laugh at that.
You'd have a laugh at.
I mean, you're in the room, so you can laugh.
I'll go in the chat and laugh. Ha ha.
Could you?
There you
Could
go.
you stick one in for me?
Yes.
Could you? Thanks.
Just patronising me now. Shocking.
I'm just trying to find. So we went to see Mark Lewison yesterday. What was the name of the woman that was in the audience?
It was Lindy Ness.
Lindy Ness. There was a great picture of her as a 15-year-old with John Lennon in 1962. And he's saying, well, this is Lindy Ness. She was a big fan of the Beatles, and she has many, handwritten notes. She was very good friends with John. He could have taken advantage of her, but in fact, he was more like an older brother to her. And I'm very proud to say that Lindy Ness is in the audience here today. And we have to say that again because Dave's just joined in. That was quite a thrill.
Yeah.
That was quite a thrill. Dave, Lindy Ness was in the audience.
Yeah, I heard the Beatles Bat single go off. So
yeah. Lindy Ness was in the audience, mate.
Oh, well, she's the one who had her hand over her face, wasn't she?
No, she was
her
the
friend.
other one.
Oh, the other one.
She was.
Is there a picture of her in the book? It's right by me, so I could look it up.
She definitely gets mentioned in it. Let me find the Lindy Ness.
Well, hello, we're getting Beatles up here. Look, Dave's coming in with a Beatles thing.
I've got a Beatles shirt on as well.
Here we go. I'm going to show you the picture. I've got to bring it over here.
There you
Share
go.
screen. It's that. There you go. You see her? That's her.
Oh yeah,
She was in the
photo
audience.
in there.
Linda, John Lennon with Cavern regular Linda.
And she was 15, wasn't she? And he
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of looked after his big brother.
Yeah.
Nothing went on.
She's not 15
They
in
spelt
that
out.
photo, is
Yeah.
she?
Yeah, I think so.
So, Mark, Dave, you saw Mark's show on Friday night. Those seats get uncomfortable very, very quickly.
Well, I don't know how quickly actually, because it was normally about 20 minutes before the end of each half, and
my
that
arse.
was an hour and 10 in.
My arse was killing me from pretty much the moment one. It's a 3-hour show, including interval. Yeah, it was all right. it was brilliant. I loved it. I could have sat and listened to him all day. What was funny,
Just not in that chair.
is well, the journey there was a couple of high power moments, but that's by the by. But when I was at the bar, a guy called Gavin came up to me and said, "Oh my God, Iain, I just have to come and say hello. I'm a really big fan. I think you're brilliant. I've been listening to you on this and this and this." And I met his wife, I think it was. I said, "Oh yeah, can I get a selfie?" Yeah, of course you can get a selfie. Lovely, nice to meet you. All right. Anyway, enjoy the show. And then we sat down, and he was sat right next to us.
Sat next to me, yeah.
Sat right next to us.
And you went, "Oh, Catherine, you're
Awkward.
here." I was going to ask, but I didn't dare.
I do love the Clinton podcast. It was really, really nice. They're both a very, very nice couple, and yeah, it was lovely to meet them both. But it was a good old show. It was a very, very good show, and was thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
I
happening?
said it was like watching someone do Beatle fat wheelies backwards with no hands.
Gary, can you put your hand down, please? Because it just buggers up the.
Oh, sorry.
Buggers up the view. Sorry. When we're
It
in
was.
this-
He was so good, and having met him last week and spoken to him like properly, but not being in an interview scenario, you realise he's actually quite a nervous sort of man, really. And he said to us, it's not his natural habitat to be out there doing a show, but you wouldn't have known it. He was, he was a very calm hand on the rudder, wasn't he? He was so good and interesting and all that, just everything you want really from that kind of evening.
What was your favourite fact from the evening?
It was the one probably for me. Oh, I just loved the fact that that Epstein just continually showed what a decent person he was in terms of leaving the contracts basically wide open. So when the Beatles signed their first contract, he didn't put his name on it because he wanted them to be able to walk away whenever they wanted to.
Yeah.
And didn't sign things like for the songs when he could have done, when he signed them as songwriters.
Yeah.
Again, he wanted to make sure it was their stuff.
My favourite fact was that Paul McCartney and a young girlfriend, 2 facts, went down to London to the Establishment Club, and they ended up sleeping on the floor of one of their friends in Great Portland Street. And also in that building were the Ashes, who would become integral to their life. And then the next day, him and McCartney's girlfriend were walking down the street to go and look at the telecom tower being built. And as they were walking along, he was writing, "I saw her standing there."
But didn't mention it, which I think...
Yeah. That's my fact. Dave, you got a fact? Pick a fact.
Where they had their first promo shots done with Ringo.
Yeah.
Was in an industrial part of town, and it is where the Lennons first lived when their family came over from Ireland.
But John couldn't have known that because he didn't know anything about his dad's history.
And 3 years later, Bob Dylan used exactly the same place to take some very famous photographs. You look, there's a picture of him in a doorway with a load of kids who were on the street, and about 10 years ago, they got many of those kids they could together to stand in that doorway again. It's but that was really sort of
Yeah, it's very cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
My favourite fact was when George went to Blackpool for the weekend and was going to go up the tower, but then remembered he had vertigo.
Blackford.
I was going to. The reason I put my hand up was I was going to ask Ian, do you ever get asked for your autograph anymore rather than a selfie?
No, I might have done a couple of times after the Jungle, but no. Yeah, I noted that that shift in things that no one asked for an autograph.
I'll ask you on Sunday for old time's sake.
Please do. I feel really bad. There's only 36 tickets sold for Sunday. I feel bad for Mark.
I've never asked for a selfie with anyone.
No, me neither. Oh no, I have. I lied.
Luton will do group selfies together.
There wouldn't be a selfie then, would it?
Well, it depends. If someone in the picture is taking the picture, that's a selfie.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's normally you though, and then that's
the long arm.
His selfie, yeah.
It wasn't a selfie actually.
Yeah, it was. In conclusion, from my part, the Mark Lewison show was great.
Yes.
His talk about filming it is a little bit spurious because it was basically just a guy sat on the edge of the stage.
Yeah.
They were doing it at yours as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's not filming it. That's filming it for one's own personal archive, which I think is what he does. He keeps a lot of stuff for his archive. So Richard, unlucky, but he is taking it to Belfast, isn't he? Which makes me think he might do a couple more.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering if that's a sort of a research trip or something, and he feels like, I can pay for that. I can go and do that, and I don't know. But Stephen C. no doubt will find out. But yeah.
I WhatsApped him after the show, Dave. He gave me his phone number, and I used it. I never use people's phone numbers. I used it to say, thank fuck Decca didn't sign the Beatles. Really great show. Congratulations. And bravo. I put, because that's what you put. So,
right.
Yeah, a couple of 70s entertainers turned up as facts. Yeah.
Yeah, well swerved.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Where it would have been John Lennon's 82nd birthday today.
Yeah,
if that's true.
If John Lennon were alive today, he'd probably be dead by now.
It's true.
He might be still alive.
That's
That
my
might have been
I've been
3.
doing that joke about Elvis for years, and no one ever said. I think I've always been said for years, if Elvis were alive today, he'd probably be dead by now. Which I think is a great line. No one's ever picked up on it. I think it's one of my favourite lines. I say it to myself sometimes to amuse myself.
I think that Yesterday film kind of ruined what would John Lennon be like if he was alive today.
I reckon it'd be a nightmare on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that.
I bet he would still be.
He would have been banned from Twitter. I think.
He would have been arguing about why can't I sing "Woman is the M word of the world."
I think he'd have changed.
World. You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon so.
You think he would have become more a mild man?
Well, same as Elvis Costello. He's got a song. Oliver's Army's got that word in it, and he's not releasing it on. He's not singing it anymore. Although he doesn't like it being taken out, but he's not. It's no longer. Now Yearbook are doing 79 and it's not on there. So it's off again. The grinder.
Sorry about that, guys.
Can we make the joke now that Jim's near Grinder? No? Okay.
Oh, Gatford.
Gary, what is
You've got to
wrong
work
with
on
you?
your material, mate.
I don't know.
I,
It's
would, I
Sunday
wouldn't even
morning.
work on it. I'd just leave it. Let it be.
The humour is off today. The vibe is not here.
Shouldn't you be at church?
Well, there was an issue.
Well, God doesn't exist.
He's been banned.
He's been banned for his
Oh no,
extreme humour.
No, there was an issue.
Every time they're trying to do a sermon, he's piping up.
Hang on,
It's a
now I'm
little
going to say something really serious, and
Oh,
you're
go
all
on.
going to feel
No,
guilty.
no, it's not. No, it's not that serious. I stayed at my mum's last night because she's coming home tomorrow. So I got a shopping for her, and I took the delivery, and I split my trousers carrying the shopping in a rather embarrassing place. And I thought, I can't go to church like this. It would be inappropriate.
Well,
So
you
I
say that. One of
I
the
came home
women
instead.
last night on Naked Attraction claims to have found God, and yet she's on there talking about blowies and you see her ass. She claimed to be talking about God. So you can do anything these days.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be appropriate in my
but
particular
who
area.
invented blowies? You know, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was
God
Eve.
invented everything.
Not
Not on today. Today of all days,
I think
chaps.
I'm going to go and watch Songs of Praise. To
He
cleanse my
made
mind.
the lovely boobies. He made the gold cock rings. Oh, things bright.
On that note, before my soul ends up in hell, bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Does it take as little as that?
Turns out.
Now we know. Now we know, guys.
I had an embarrassing trouser slitting
Someone
moment
said
when we were in,
PJ Probyford.
yeah, I was about to say, can someone put that in the chat? One for the teenagers.
Splitford. Kravitsford.
when we were in Disney earlier in the year, I sat down in the reception of the Wilderness Lodge, Disney's Wilderness Lodge Hotel, which is a big open expanse
Gorgeous.
with totem poles. It's gorgeous, isn't it, Richard? And we got a dinner reservation there. And as I sat down in these really low chairs, I just heard rip. And proper front to back, all the brand new trousers, shorts they were. I hadn't worn them before, and obviously the sewing wasn't very good. So I'm sat there, and Jen had gone off to look in the shop or whatever, and she ended up having to go back in, buy a sewing kit. I then had to shuffle to the toilet to try and sew it up, and no, and it split like both ways.
Oh my.
Hanging down like a skirt.
But do you remember that show we did?
Yeah, when your jeans
My
went.
jeans went 30 seconds into it, and everyone thought it was part of the show, and it wasn't. And then I had to walk down to Gourmet Burger Kitchen with my bag over my ass.
And me standing behind you.
Yeah.
Didn't do a Kravitz.
Didn't do a Kravitz.
No, he was wearing pants, unlike Kravitz, who it
not
would
a
appear likes to go commando.
Dirty bastards. Dirty bastards. All right, listen, if no one else has anything else to say...
Can I just ask Dave one question? Your Beatles Get Back bootleg.
Yeah, that one.
How many of them are there about? Because is it a known bootleg or is it?
Yeah.
Found
It
someone?
was made in Japan, and
Oh, hang on. I thought that was a record store day.
no.
Hang on. Which one are we looking at?
The
one-
live-
I thought
live
that was a
bootleg.
record store day release.
Oh no.
Oh, that's beautiful then.
Got a poster in there and everything. It's all very nice.
Oh, I did not realise that. Does it have the street? It'll have the street chatter though, right?
Yeah. It's the official audio release. So,
It was on Spotify. The audio.
Yeah.
Oh, of course it was. You're absolutely right. Yes.
So yeah, nice
Oh,
poster.
look at that.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yes.
Richard, you got your eye out for it?
Nah. I've got Spotify audio. I'll prioritise some other stuff.
It's a nice thing.
It is a nice thing.
I cancelled my Spotify. My Netflix. I mean, I was only using SD Netflix. So instead of HD Netflix, I was using SD Netflix. But I've cancelled that.
Well,
cancelled the Spotify.
I came home on Thursday night and my Sky TV's not working. Satellite problem, apparently. I tried it the next day, still same thing. So I've got an engineer coming tomorrow. But I'm actually thinking, what's the point?
Get rid of Sky.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of Sky. Get a Fire
I'm
Stick.
wondering.
I think everything you can still access everything on PS4, like Netflix, Amazon.
I can get them on my smart TV anyway.
But then get rid of Sky. Obviously you need to keep it for the broadband.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to end up doing that, aren't I?
Get rid of Sky TV. It's shit. What do you watch on there?
I do watch occasional things. I quite like Sky documentaries.
Well, okay, get a Fire Stick. Download
a dodgy box.
Download the cinema app on there and watch whatever you want.
All right.
At least ring them and see what deal you can screw out of
I'm
them.
gonna have a
Because that's
moan.
what I do.
Yes, I did that. Yeah.
I'm going to have a moan too.
If you leave them, then they start giving you loads of offers.
They put my price up and I ended up getting it for less than I was paying before they put the price up.
Same.
I got 40 quid off or something.
Such a
Yeah,
chance.
so-
I haven't had Sky
Something
TV
like that.
for about 15 years. Oh, mess it, isn't it?
I don't really watch very much. To be honest, I mostly watch Netflix and like the iPlayer, maybe all four, whatever it's called. But that's it.
Oh,
It's pointless.
David says, Ian, your Barry from Watford Minty Biscuits Blue Badge call is doing the rounds on TikTok this morning. It pops up every sort of 8 to 12 months, that call. I'm still waiting for the check. The check hasn't... I remember I got in so much trouble for that call. The boss at BBC WM then, who's that posh guy before that horrible woman took over.
Yeah.
The posh guy that gave you a lecture. You went to a course that he was holding.
Well, he
about.
didn't give me a lecture. He sidled me and tried to charm me.
I liked him and he was really, really nice to me.
Was
And
he
he
called
loved
like
me.
Guy or Grant or Hugh or something?
like that. And when I couldn't get a job the last couple of years, I tweeted him at nothing. And he really liked me and really liked what I did and completely defended me there. But then we had the Barry from Watford Minty Biscuits call, and he got in touch saying, Ian, we don't do
fake calls.
Fake calls. It brings the integrity of the BBC into question.
What?
I went, okay, it's just something that I've done, and I think it's really funny. I think it's obvious it's a fake call. And then a week later, that call had like 150,000 views.
Including Robert Downey Jr.
Well, he hadn't done it by then, but yeah. And I said to my boss, I said, this is the best promotion you've ever had for this station. You know, but yeah, Alex found out from a friend that Robert Downey Jr. loves that call, which is weird. This is a weird thing.
I mean, wasn't he on Steve Rice at the same time?
No,
Yes.
Was it at the same time? I thought that was later. I don't know the chronology.
Edmund's built his career on funny phone calls, so you know.
Yeah, he may well have been. You'll know more than me. But yeah, I got told off for it.
There was always a different rule for the Nationals than there was for the rest of us, wasn't there?
Ridiculous.
We were not trusted to be able to do sophisticated stuff like that.
Yeah, funny old world. Oh well, I'm having the time of my life at my new job. Although I'd like it to be a late night show, though. Oh my God, the mornings. I get paid to get up in the morning. That's what it is. Gentlemen, on that bombshell, I wish you adieu. Lovely to chat. Speak to you later on.
Bye all.
Peace and love.
Bye.
Get out of here. Gone. Gone. Oh, I wanted to watch a couple of these. Let's watch a couple of these things because a couple of these things are cool. So this is one that you showed me yesterday. This is doing the rounds. On that, where's my? Why have I've now lost. All right, okay. Here we go. So there's this.
That you're too much, and this is a beat they can't touch. Yo, I told you can't touch this. Why you standing there, man? You can't touch this. Yo, sound the bell. School is in, sucker. You can't touch this. Give me a song or rhythm, making them sweat. That's what I'm giving them now. They know. You talk about the hammer, you're talking about a show that's hot and tight. Singles are sweating so fast, I'm a whiteboard tape. To learn what it's gonna take in the 90s to burn the charts. Legit. Either work hard or you might as well quit. That's word because you know you can't touch this. You can't touch this. That you're too much, and this is a
There was something else I'd retweeted. Oh no, something Danny Baker tweeted. I wanted to see. Oh yeah, it's.
Know the rules of the marathon.
I think this is. I don't know. Danny Baker tweeted this, and I like the look of this. So this is
Look
Eddie
at that
Waring.
outfit, gosh.
Well, I'm sure you know the rules of the marathon by now, but just to remind you, 4 points for the winner, no joker, and it's a real smashing pillow fight. And of course, keeping count is Glenn. Very important to know how many people go in the water. 2 girls, away they go on your whistle. And we'll now identify them because in the white short, it's Ely and
Look how fucking cold it is there. That's what the 70s were like.
Yeah.
Cold. We didn't have. The house I grew up in until the age of 11 didn't have any heating. It had a fire in the living room, and that was supposed to heat the whole house. But it was a weird fire, right? So it was coal, but to light it, there was a little gas pipe next to it, and you got this rubber tube and hooked it on there, and that connected to this metal rod, which you would turn the gas on, the gas would come out, you'd light it, and there'd be like 6 flames would come out.
That rings a bell.
Then you'd put that under the fire, and that would get the coal burning. Nuts. That was supposed to heat the whole house. Then, when we moved, the house, the central heating the house had was in the downstairs. There'd be little vents in the floor, and then in the bedrooms there would be like a central column, and there'll be vents coming out, and hot air supposedly got blown out. Didn't really work downstairs. Certainly didn't work upstairs. If you want to get warm, you have to go right up to it.
My granddad had that, and there was a certain smell to it, like a slightly dusty smell.
I don't remember the smell, but that would make sense. But it also meant you could listen to what everybody was saying in the house. So I didn't get radiators till I was about 14. Anyway, back to this.
Valentina says, are there any rabbit hole pins left to buy? I lost mine a few weeks ago and I'm completely devastated. Spent 20 minutes retracing my steps.
Valentina, send us an email.
We'll dig you one out.
Send us an email to latenightalternative@gmail.com. Send us your address. See what we can sort out for you.
Oxford is in, so it's 1-2 Ely.
Look how cold
and the girl
it is.
who did
I know,
the
those
bashing
legs.
is Maureen Sullivan, 17.
When I went to primary school, the boys had to wear shorts. You weren't allowed to wear long trousers till you were 11. And so I remember them walking to school days like that, flipping corned beef legs, really mottled, freezing cold. I think towards the end of the mid-80s, they started to let them wear tracksuit bottoms on the way to school, then they had to take them off.
And on comes the...
Straight away. This girl on the left's not going to get knocked down, is she?
2-2 Ely so far. 1 minute
That's the
45
other girl's cheating by
seconds.
making it wobble.
Yeah, that's not
She's
fair,
rocking
is
the
it?
platform.
That's
Just
not
gave
fair. That's
She
not
hasn't had
fair.
a bash yet, and Maureen. So in comes Lydia. Rather, in comes Lynn. Oh,
Good, you cheat. Look how many people have turned out for this crap.
Now on telly, you see.
4-1. So Ely, represented by Lydia Scott, Maureen Solomon, and Janice Carter. They've got to go high and low. A bit of trick in this.
High and
Take
low.
the
A bit
flank.
of trick in this.
She's going.
Hey, no, hold in. Keep your left hand free. Yeah.
There's a man there telling her how to do it
30
from the
seconds
comfort
for
of
the
his
next girl to come on.
dry trousers.
All women look like that in the 70s. All women.
You can go a bit nearer if you want. Wait.
This is
All right.
Yeah.
absolutely brutal.
7, 6, 5, 4, do or die. 2, 1, whopper. That's in.
They got the technique in the end of just throwing themselves at the opposition. As long as she hits the water first, you win.
They'll probably just be the bit, but they'll do one each. We'll count it. You put the last one on, did you? You didn't actually. Well, you're the score girl, so we'll say what you got it. Please put it up. What it?
The schoolgirl.
You know the old joke. This is the old joke. So, a Prince Edward potato.
King Edward.
King Edward potato. Right, so the daughter of a King Edward potato goes to her dad and says, I'm getting married. Hey, this is great, says the King Edward. Who to? She says to Eddie Waring. He says, what are you marrying him for? He's a commentator. That's the 70s in a joke. That's a real joke, guys. That was a real joke.
Wow.
Actually doing the rounds.
Wow.
He's a commentator.
Wow, okay. That happened. That was a thing.
Anyway, I am... Richard knows it. Everyone over 40 will know the commentator joke. Should we watch a bit of It's a Knockout, but without Stuart Hall? There are ones without Stuart Hall. Yeah. It's because It's a Knockout, Eddie Waring. Because I think Stuart Hall took over him. There's some Eddie. Oh wait, hang on. Let's see. Let's have a little look at some of the stuff we've got here. Let's have a little look. Bottom left. There's Eddie Waring world class commentary. Udi. Oh, we're going to get your code soon. It might work. Can we just see if the Udi code works yet?
Right, I promised the kids a couple weeks
We're
ago.
going to get you 35 quid off. But their website's a little bit weird. It's one of those websites where there's lots of like discounts. And I think once you've got a discount on, you can't add our discount, which is weird.
What?
Let's try. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to add that to cart. No, it's already got the coupon. It's weird. It won't. It's a strange site, right? Because I want to find one without. They've all got discounts on already in the sale. We want some that aren't in the sale. Because then you can't put. They're all in the sale. That's the thing with Udis. They're all. It's one of those things where it's always a sale, but we can't use our code.
If you put your code in, does it not take the other one off?
There's no way to put it in. There's no way to put it in.
Hit checkout. There you go. Gift card or discount.
All right, let's
code.
try it. TLNA. So.
All right, so
Yeah.
take the autumn one off. Hit the cross.
Okay. Well, what cross?
There. Autumn. Take that off.
Okay. Our code may not be set up yet. That's why I'm. No, our code isn't set up yet.
All
Okay,
right.
that's fair.
At least we know.
That's fair enough. Right.
And the crowd are with them. Give us some cheers, crowd. As they're going home, those that they're going to get through after the lettuce pinching job.
Their feet tucked together. This is brilliant.
Probably quite dangerous.
Yes. And Nelly?
Hanging up behind. I just remind you of them forming Warrington, Colin Meacham, Dartmouth, in Sid Davis, and there goes the whistle. And we think Colin Meacham is the winner.
Even at the time, I remember thinking this show was crap.
As Mr. Gregor
I used to
would
quite
say,
like it, I think.
when they all talked about lettuce and what have you. I thought I heard the whistle. Right, well, someone in the crowd. However, go, go on. Pull it.
Shattered.
Go on. Ooh, you're trying. Good lad, John. Johnny. One of the many good Johns around.
One of the many good Johns around.
40 seconds to go. And it's through.
This is like
Another
real
one.
world
Another one. Hiding behind. There's two of them.
Fall Guys.
Yes.
Gerber.
Yes, it is.
And Sunderland.
This is how slow it would be in real life.
And the music helps them through the
Let's
last
have a look. There will be a
demanding
real
hole.
world Fall Guys somewhere. Let's have a look in there.
They're, of course, towards the marathon, or known the Phil Road. And Sherburn off through.
Oh, this
Still,
poor guy.
I think it's Ray Davison. Is he
That's
doing
your
well,
dog
the
song,
crowd? Is he near home? Well, the whistle says it is.
It was
And
very
the first
erotic.
whistle, of course,
He's going to the wrong hole.
Orthodox in the
Well.
straw, kicking it around. Now then, what is it? Abington first place, Hull second, and Dudley third. Dunfermline, that is. Arthur.
It's a strange thing. Real life Fall Guys.
If I was a tree.
Oh, it's these fucking YouTube twats.
The rules are simple. Complete the course to qualify for the finals. And as always,
Saying that, I
there will
would
be
quite
no
like to have
ankle
done
biting,
that.
name calling, or farting inside your own suits. You're just hurting yourselves, people. Can I hold people back to stop them from completing the course? Yes, because that's funny. 3 sharks in!
We do this to get ourselves tickets for it.
Yes. I think we could. Actually, we mentioned. Can we watch a little bit of Krypton Factor?
Yeah.
Would you be okay with that?
Yes.
Because let's go 1983. Just a little bit. I used to love the Krypton Factor. I bet it's very, very slow and very dry.
I used to find it a bit serious.
Well, yeah, it's
Serious business.
it was based on actual Krypton.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-da-ba. This was the
Tonight.
old Krypton Factor theme before the Art of Noise redid it. You remember that one?
No.
Hang on.
I mean, in 1983, I was 5/6.
It's a Krypton Factor theme. Yeah, but this was in the 90s.
Oh, I wasn't watching it by then. Oh, yes, I didn't. That's
Competing in tonight.
It's exactly
It's Heat.
say
Bob Davison, a farmer from Whitley Bay, Tyne and Weir.
Listen, just the Art of Noise. They were shit. What was the hit the Art of Noise had? They had one with
Was
Tom
it not
Jones.
Shake Your Head? Was that not them?
In a special edition of the Krypton Factor, 4 extraordinary Great Britons who in 1983 took on and conquered some of the
Kiss, they did
world's
Kiss,
toughest
they remixed
challenges.
Kiss, didn't they?
Yeah.
Tom Jones.
Julie Tullis, aged 44, a black belt in karate, who scaled 26,248 feet of K2, higher than any British woman has ever climbed. Richard Craig, 29, who with his brother ran the length of the
Ran
Himalayas
away.
in 101
these
days,
outdoor knobheads.
had won the World Quadrathlon
People enjoy
Championship,
this.
a massive endurance test
My
over
brother-in-law
land
did
and
the
water
marathon
covering
this week.
80 miles without a break. Liz Hobbs, 23, holder of the British, European and World Water Ski Speed Championships,
It's odd they've got
achieving
two
the
women
top
on
speed on Lake
for the
Windermere of
1983,
75.97 miles per hour. And Peter
Shake your
Bird,
head. Was
36,
not was.
who on his own rode across the Pacific Ocean.
I don't want to watch special people doing it.
What, extra people?
Yeah, I don't wanna watch it.
Superhumans.
I used to love the flight sim.
Yeah, 'cause
There we go. Let's have this. Here we go.
it's your wheelhouse, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Passenger jet.
Sounds shit on this one. The problem with Krypton Factor 2. Oh, they brought it back with Ben Jones, isn't it? Not Ben Jones. Ben.
GMTV Ben.
That's it.
Next is Jackie Hart, and as with all...
Oh! What's the close show?
Tonight we begin the first heat
We'll watch
in
this first.
Group B.
No, we'll go.
And competing are Malcolm Burt, a police officer from Kenning Hall, Norfolk.
I used to love the close show.
Oh, I still love it.
Where do you want 89? Does that sound?
Yes.
93, 89?
Yes, I went to the close show live in Birmingham.
Let's just check the sounds.
Glamour
Okay.
and theatre
It
in
was
one place
incredible.
and trade in another.
But I know you've always been very vocal.
It's a little bit quiet. We'll come back to that if we can't find.
The hell?
This is not. Oh, this is not. This isn't.
Selena Scott.
That has brave, yeah. Yes. Now, since the beginning of the year, I have
I
returned.
appreciate that woman's outfit.
Lee Bowery. All right, let's go with this one. Let's hope you can hear it. Which one? We click on this one. Let's hope you can
Amorous
hear
and
it.
wonderful.
Let's know if there's a problem.
You know, no one should pressurise you into having to buy the Galliano jacket or the Galliano
There's
skirt
no
into the
opening. You
whole
okay with that?
lot. You can mix it.
The transparent tops. And everybody's saying as we move into the 90s, everybody's going to get a bit more sort of thoughtful and conservative.
Can you hear that?
And
Okay,
those, like, left nothing to modesty. Can you see women wearing those in the 90s?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And how? I mean,
It was
going
more-
out to
but
dinner
it-
with
it-
those
it was-
transparent tops on?
And
Yeah,
if you
why not?
remember
It feels
rightly, the
good in
90s,
it.
we were all going out with
It
transparent
does certainly
tops
look
on.
beautiful in it. It's more to do with personality dress than the 90s. You know, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's putting on your favourite pieces, whether it's a sequin vest with.
But all of this stuff does look rather tame, doesn't it, to what we get now?
The King's Road, there's been lots of discussion as to whether or not this venue should have been separated from Olympia. I know you and Jasper have been two of the prime motivators in moving it here. Think the move was worth it?
Definitely.
Oh, God, that's John Galliano.
What was it you were looking
Yes.
for in
He
coming
did the
here?
tops of the balloons on.
Well, I just wanted London to move into the 20th century. You know, the facilities we had before were just diabolical.
The whole situation is so difficult because we actually wanted there to be a fashion week, and the designers did not want to be in the tent at Olympia. So we decided we had to come to the Duke of York's barracks and try and make everything as easy as we possibly could. Having said that, Milan moves around all the time too, and so does Paris. So we're not the only country that you have to sort of speed from one place to the other.
But the facilities in Chelsea are not obviously on a par with, for example, Milan.
No, they're not. Absolutely not. But then we don't have the
very
kind of
slow,
money
isn't
that
it?
Milan has.
Very
We
dry.
have to
I don't
go into the
remember it being
industry
like
and
this.
have wonderful loos, for instance, which we don't have here.
In general, it works, but there are problems.
She's not
for
changed
example,
at all, has
I've
she,
just stepped
really?
off a coach, which made a fruitless journey from the Pam Hogg show to Anthony Price, miles away in SW9, only to find that Anthony Price's show had finished because it actually started on time. So we had to turn around and come back. And
So
just
the
hope that
whole
we didn't
thing
miss
is not
Vivienne
about the
Westwood.
clothes, it's about the
It seems to be a
organisation.
new trend in all the fashion capitals
Susie
to
Menkes.
fragment, to show all around town. It's very hard work for us, you know, hard work for everybody. And I'd much rather see British fashion brought under one roof, one venue again.
So you think it's a mistake
moaning
the
about the
designers coming down here
arrangements.
to Chelsea and then leaving the exhibition at Olympia?
Del, if I do
long to be
remember
in Chelsea.
bodysuits, they
Now
were not
I'm
my
away.
friend. I've got
I
quite a
long to be
long
able to
body
look
and I used
around,
to
walk
find
down
myself
the King's
like
Road. But
with
there's
the-
no time. There's been no time between shows
The
to
Lego
see
you
Olympia,
popping up
which
over
is
the
not
top of my
terrific.
jeans.
I want to be able to see as much as possible, not spend my time sitting in a taxi cab.
Now, the reason the designers gave for coming here was that the facilities were going to be better. Have you found them as a journalist much more improved?
Talk to us about the clothes.
Talking about the bugs.
The long runway here is good for seeing clothes, but of course not all the designers can fill it. As far as telephones and things like that go, the facilities aren't better here. I think this is a bit of designers being prima donnas. I don't blame them for that, but I would like to think that the British Fashion Council can really call the tune in future.
Now, you decided not to show a collection this time. Why was that?
I felt it was really rude to people to invite them to this country and have them trail all over London for two big venues. Why not one venue? We need one venue like this tent with two other
Christ.
tents.
So
that
she
have
didn't
Anyway, the
bother.
clothes, right?
and we need sponsorship. It needs to be glamorous and wonderful. And then the trade show is something separate at Olympia.
So you really feel that Olympia should do what it's doing over there and that there should actually be much better facilities here in King's Road?
I do, and I know we can get the money for it, and I know we must just organise ourselves so that we are having glamour and theatre in one place and trade in another.
But I know you've always been very vocal about your attitudes about British fashion. Do you not cut off your nose to spite your face saying, right, I'm not going to show?
Oh no, you can dip a season for reasons of ill manners or whatever. No, you're always there if you're good.
I think we've done as really as well as we
Charles
can at the
there,
moment. But if you think that about
I don't
sort of 3 months
understand
ago...
why there's nothing about clothes.
No, this just seems to be people having a moan up.
I mean, actually, we should be worrying about what's happening next time, I guess.
Oh,
But
she's still
while the
going.
controversy was
She's got
discussed
a line.
much by everyone who'd come to see the shows went on.
See how much she's charging.
Alistair Blair
this-
back with
this
a
stuff
bang.
would have been
A
shocking
designer
back
who
in the
really
day.
does
None of it
understand
is
what an
now.
international collection of clothes should be about.
Sarongs.
Did you see that clip of Paul McCartney at the fashion show?
Bloody Nora! That's one of Caroline Charles's dandy
Fucking
tunic.
hell, 1,500 quid?
Oh, Caroline, who needs to show in 1983 if you're charging that amount for a coat? I did. Who was she? Who is he sitting next to?
No.
Oh no, someone walking past with their jugs out, wasn't it?
No. This. Have you not seen this? Have you not seen this?
No.
Oh, this is great. His face.
Yeah, fabulous, beautiful, imaginative, beautiful as usual. I don't know about that.
She says, do you think fashion could change the world? In his face, look.
Yeah, fabulous, beautiful, imaginative, beautiful as usual. I don't know about that. Great show.
I love it.
I don't know about that, you silly sausage. Right, it's just. Where was it there? Okay,
Are they going to get onto some actual clothes soon, or is it?
we're on clothes now. We just entered clothes now.
His Trompe l'Oeil St Trinian's girls with sequin ties was the kind of spoof that his old boss Karl Lagerfeld pops in from time to time.
I had a skirt like that. They're not practical. As soon as you sit down, your knickers are showing.
But now, see, all of this looks really, really tame now.
That's Yasmin Le Bon.
How do you recognise it?
can't explain that. Just the same as you can't explain why you don't.
He rounded off with black and white flowers and stripes. It seems that all the designers bought op-art books to take on holiday this summer. Recognition as Britain on the international scene. You're competing against guys like Armani and Versace and Lagerfeld.
I know.
To get that.
Linda Evangelista.
When you first had it done, did you go and hide your head in your hands and say, I wish I had never had it done, even though I understand it?
We have our girls that work for us, and we have outwork.
She had surgery, didn't she? It's disfigured her. Linda Evangelista. She had weight loss surgery, and it actually triggered something in her that made her put weight on.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she's tried to sue them for it.
The problem with that episode, it was all about London Fashion Week.
Yes.
We need something a bit more.
We need a top shot this week.
John Galliano was the only shining light.
Oh, by the way, there's a really good documentary about Topshop on, I think it's on BBC iPlayer, about kind of the rise and fall and how much of a knobhead Philip Green is.
They're all really, really shit audio. That's the thing. Was that a full episode or is that?
So, I mean, that's what I expressed.
No, the audio, that's not a full episode. The audio is shite. Let's try this one. What is this?
With fashion could be said to date back to 1846, when the good ship Samaritan, along with its cargo of precious satins and silks, was shipwrecked off the coast here. The following summer, all the ladies of the town could be seen showing off their new silk frocks.
This is Tolkien Beach, and one look here tells the complete story of style in Newquay today. It's a story which began back in 1967, when, as well as Sergeant Pepper, the other good vibrations came from the west coast of the USA. And Newquay's been riding the crest of a wave ever since.
Imagine the music here.
Bow, 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 bow.
Oh, you should play the. You should play the.
It's in 1967 that the first surf shop Bilbo opened in Newquay, and although it's changed hands several times, it's still recognised as the Surfer's Surf Shop.
What no one could predict is just what a major industry surfing would become in Newquay, and this shop is one of 56 surfing-related businesses in town.
So, if surfing's your thing, Newquay.
Music.
Good, 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 good vibrations. Do
you remember all that stuff? Mambo, Billabong, Rip Curl. Everyone was wearing surf stuff in the 90s. I think I had a Mambo top.
Yes, I got these, which are called friendship bracelets. You can make them yourself,
but we prefer to buy them for 20. Oh no, that's the t-shirt. It's 20 quid.
These things are called friendship bracelets. You can make them yourself.
I put them in there. These are about £1.99. This is £4.99, and you give them to your friends, Karen dear.
So if I behave, I might get one.
If you behave, you might get one. What do you get?
Well, Quicksilver are the Nike of the surfing world, so of course I had to get a pair of baggy trousers. These are top of the range, £45, but you can get other labels cheaper.
Loose. Music.
Jesus Christ.
I wonder if they're going to go to Fat Willie's. Yes, there it is. Fat Willie's Surf Shop.
Surf shacks are all distinctive in style because they all actually look like shacks, and they're the one place to get all your surfing knickknacks, from visors to bum bags to wallets, even teddy bears.
Playing Janet Dean.
These are reef sandals. They're incredibly comfortable, and they've got a 6-month guarantee on them. They retail at about £18, and they come in all shapes and sizes. And you know I like a hat or two. Well, here's the conventional style, but I went for something like this, which retails at about £15.
Time flies when you're having fun, so...
You look like a twat.
None of these people can surf.
Ultimate accessory for a surfer is a waterproof watch. These range from 30
Joe,
to
they
£50.
still do Fat Willie Surf Shack t-shirts because my nephew has one and finds it hilarious, just as we did back in the day.
Everybody's got surfing.
Apart from these two.
I'm going to try this one on, I fancy. What about you?
That's nice and bright. Well, they just look too hot for me, so I might go for...
Ellie says, they're just going shopping. They really are. Should we call it the shopping show?
One of the shorties. This is Solar, which is from their Plymouth company. That's short and sweet and quite funky.
It looks a bit hot, yeah, because it's going to be cold in that
zinc,
water.
isn't it? Just to protect a paler skin, so I'm all set. Have you got everything?
Yeah, I've got my boots in case the water's really cold, and I've got this. This is a
Right,
leash.
let's see you
in case
surf
I
then,
lose-
girls.
Are you ready? So we're all set. Can you tell us where the beginner's features?
Karen Franklin. That was her name.
Karen Franklin.
She died recently, didn't she?
Did she?
Mm-hmm.
They do all this shit with this fake sepia.
Oh, is it fake?
Yes, this is not original footage.
It was the opening of the railways at the end of the Victorian era that brought Newquay its fortune. And now, these days, some of the local inhabitants dress up in Victorian and Edwardian clothes.
Just for every day, or Newquay fashions?
This programme's making me very angry.
Every year to celebrate the coming of steam.
Many people pick up things that jumble sales, car boot sales are favourites, put together ideas.
Whoa.
Some
We're getting tips
people
now on how
just
to dress like
dig
this.
into the back of their wardrobe and see what they can turn out. Lots of helpful ideas come, and if you go out and look around.
What is? She's got moisture on. I don't know if you can see that. She's got drip drops.
You can.
It's probably been raining.
2 drops on her tit. It's not been raining, Catherine. Someone salivated.
Go out and look around, you can suddenly be inspired by somebody else's outfit to make one of your own.
Now, Edwardian ladies were renowned for having extremely slender waists. I mean, does sort of
What's gone wrong here?
corsetry and a little slimming go into these outfits as well?
I don't think for many people, no. It would be very uncomfortable. And most of us probably have twice the waist of an Edwardian lady, so just to try
Stop
and get
body
into
shaming,
an
mate.
ordinary
What's his
looking
name?
skirt
Pat
is
Sharp.
quite a challenge.
Jeff Banks.
Jeff
Still my
laugh
reference
about
whenever the
Christmas.
kids start taking my outfits
Older
to bits. I'll
ladies on
say,
the
hey, do
committee
you
say
think
we
of Jeff
don't
Banks?
need
And of course
an
they have
artificial
no idea
muscle.
what I'm talking
We
about.
carry one with us most of the time anyway.
Don't smile. The Victorians didn't smile. You must look very serious. Lovely. Let me turn you into a naval officer.
Oh, I've always wanted to be...
Jeff Banks looks like a baby there.
Yes, please.
This old naval sweatshirt on.
Yes, please. It's not very authentic.
It's a bit of a sort of ratings shirt, this
Yes,
one is.
yes.
A naval officer on leave.
Bow tie.
She died in 2014.
Ooh.
Spelling
Naval
Karen
officers of war, like
C-A-R-Y-N.
lilac embroidered shirt.
Multiple sclerosis complications.
In our Navy.
Oh, I
they do.
see. Oh, what, in the Newquay Navy?
Yes, in the Newquay Navy, they
Right.
wear what they like.
Yes.
Under normal circumstances, wouldn't be seen dead doing this. We do
Right.
it when they're on the holidays.
I can imagine.
There you are.
This is it. Now, this is a proper military man's hat, naval hat, is it?
No.
This is an authentic naval hat.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Jolly good. Excellent.
Would you care to come down to
Right.
the...
They're taking a mick.
I'm about to get my... Does it look very distinguished, Mark? It does.
Thank you. Could we have a salute, please, do you think? Thank you so much. Marvellous.
It's a waste of everybody's time.
So, back in Newquay 1993, and the town's Headland Hotel is the venue for our impromptu
What are you
beach
wearing,
party.
Jeff?
We're going to be giving
this?
local people the opportunity to star on the runway, and with the Fistral
We're going to be giving local people the opportunity to star on the local runway. Who does he
Beach
sound
over there, we're auditioning lifesavers, members of the lifeboat crew, surf lifesavers, as well as
Lot
the
of
staff
beach
of the hotel.
Dun, ba, dun, ba, dun, ba, dun, ba, dun, ba, dun, ba, dun, ba. Yeah, California girls.
We're going to be teaching them to...
Various cottage industries make their living from the surfing
Oh, bless her,
world.
she looks like a pirate.
Longest standing resident is textile designer Lorna Wiles.
I noticed that too, John. Wrong salute for the Navy. Navy's more like that, isn't it? Isn't it that? Like you're looking out, you're shielding your eyes? Or is it that?
Can we have our audio back, please?
Is Lorna Wiles copyrighted, her voice?
And that can be done in a variety of ways.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Music. You do the music.
Celtic design. I mean, we live here in Cornwall, we make surfboards here in Cornwall, and the Celtic influence seems to be coming through quite strong, and it's certainly appearing on surfboards.
People come to Newquay for the surf, and Malcolm Ball is one surfer who came here in '78 and set up his own wetsuit manufacturing business called Snug here in Wesley Yard.
Snug wetsuit, because it's made to measure, the initial part is measuring the person up,
John
getting
says,
their
yep,
sizes,
so your hand does
finding
what
out
about.
which colours they want, and then hand cutting it to their size, glued and stitched.
I would suspect that Snug
taped and finished it.
If you Google see if Snug still exists.
Do men and women tend to go
Double
for
G,
different types of wetsuit?
Newquay
The wetsuit is
wetsuit
identical,
manufacturer.
but the shape is different. Women tend to want a feminine-looking wetsuit as opposed to just one of the boys' wetsuits. I
Yep,
actually
they're still
do a
there.
design
Go on,
that looks like a
pictures.
lady's
They are,
high-cut
good for them.
swimsuit. So you'd have different
Good for
colour legs
them.
with a different colour body. Something a man would look terrible in, and something that a woman would look good in.
We never did see the clothes show girls on their
I think that's going
surfboards,
to come
did
back later. Oh no, I don't think they're going to do it, are they? Maybe at the end, for a pre-credit sequence.
Have you ever had a go?
Yep.
Is it?
Me and my mates went down to Newquay for a weekend when we were 17.
Did you get up?
Couldn't do it. I couldn't stand up. I've got very weak legs. However, we did ride in on our knees, and it was thrilling. It was thrilling.
The rest of the country and Eric Clapton, a gig is somewhere that you go, which is expensive, the food's not too good, and you come out deaf. But in Cornwall, this is a gig.
Oh, I thought so. It's not a rock concert. It's a boat. Oh, we have to watch the Magic Christian. The scene where it's like a QE2 style ship, and they go down in the hull. It's all these sexy women rowing and Raquel Welch with a whip. And that's how it's powered. It's because of that. It's very funny.
I used to row a bit at school. Best exercise I've ever done. It's the only one that changed my shape.
This is a very long rowing. This is it. Oh. He was putting a little bit of hang on, he was doing a little bit of netting round
Yeah, they're doing outfits out of things they found by the seaside.
I don't know if you can see that. Let's just look.
Fishing net.
Fishing net. Fuck off, Jeff. Fuck off, Jeff, you twat.
She's getting a beach towel head wrap.
You ever find yourself on a beach and suddenly somebody suggests that there's a great beach party going on, but you haven't got anything to wear? The idea of this is that you could actually search around on the beach, find a bit of...
Everything in that sentence is make-believe.
Exactly, and also you find a fisherman's net, cut it up, make it into a skirt. Do you think that's going to be okay?
Flotsam and jetsam, and make yourself an outfit to go to the party. And we're going to be inviting...
Well, she stinks of fish. This person's going to stink of crab.
...people to do exactly the same thing, and what they can do is appear in our fashion show tomorrow.
Tomorrow? They've got to wear it till tomorrow. You're tying it on.
It's not a good move.
Jeff's spending way too long down there.
Is that fishing line going around her neck?
What is that she's just found?
That's a rubber ring.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Blow it up. She's going to blow... She went down to blow it up. She's going to blow it up.
Outfit. I'm actually going to decorate it by tying shells that I've been collecting on the beach.
Onto her boots.
I haven't drilled any holes in them because that would all take too long. But generally, I'm going to decorate all of the top of this bodice with shells.
Bodice. John says, and rubber johnnies.
Don't you? I never throw anything away. You never know what you're going to want to do with it.
There's a syringe I found down here and some old fag butts.
How's it panning out over there, Karen?
That's the
I'm having
worst,
a bit
isn't
of
it?
trouble
When
with the armbands, actually. I feel a
burying
bit
your
faint,
hands deep in the
but-
soft sand and you come
Someone give
across
me
a
a hand
fag
with
butt,
this.
I
Who's
suppose.
good at blowing up armbands?
She's going to blow up the armbands.
Could have been worse.
Is it sort of sea smelly or...? Yeah, it's...
Everyone knows you semi-blow them up, slide them in, and then fully blow, right?
It's not very nice, is it? It's a bit sort of... I think fish...
He just...
Hand with this.
He
Who's
asked
good
if
at
it's
blowing
smelly.
up armbands?
She said yes.
Thanks.
Is it sort of sea smelly or...? Yeah, it is. It's not very nice, is it? It's a bit sort of... I think fishy going
I wouldn't
on around.
wear it.
Then why are you doing it? Why are you doing it, Jeff?
Yeah.
You too. I think I do.
Why is any of this happening?
We've got to fill some time. Let's get some shit off the side of the beach and make people wear it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And people think fashion's silly.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, you got to hand it to them. It is clever. They're making them look like they've taken some rubbish and they've made them look like they're wearing, well, rubbish.
Poor kid. Poor kid.
Look at her, absolutely mortified and freezing. Carmen Miranda with a crab on her head.
Oh, look at the colour of that!
Burnt.
That's Scott Balcony, isn't it?
Yes.
Keys up.
Now, Mark Constantine from Cosmetics to Go, renowned for their imaginative use of natural products, is here to show us what and how. So, Mark, what have you got here that you found in Newquay?
Yeah, it's been good fun, actually. We've been up in the cliffs here and having a good look round. And we've got ourselves some dock.
I don't believe
chamomile flowering nicely. And this is plantain here.
Here?
Yeah, this
plantain.
is lovely.
Okay, in Newquay, is it?
We've got various seaweeds. This is sea lettuce, which, in fact, we got just behind you. This is Irish moss.
Now, you've got all these. What do they do and how do you
Nelly
use
said,
them?
if I did the same on the beach at Hartlepool, I'd be covered in carrier bags and dog piss.
Well, I think dock's fairly obvious. You know, if you've got any kind of redness, itching, mosquito bites, nettle rash, anything of that sort, you rub on dock. I mean, that's an old granny's
Just literally,
recipe.
just like that.
Yeah, you just rub it on. You could make an infusion. The chamomile's probably the favourite. You can make a nice infusion out of chamomile. You want to pop them in?
Why not?
If you can't find the plant, use chamomile tea bags, rendering this whole section pointless. If you can't find these things, buy them.
Just in hot water.
Yeah, and we put a few in there already and just give it a little stir. And I mean, you would leave that a little while. The real key to
That
sunshine
always
is...
reminds me of that Paul Calf scene where he brings his posh ex-girlfriend comes to the house.
I don't remember.
And she says, "Do you want a drink, love?" "Yeah, have you got any have you got any chamomile tea?" And you hear Paul Calf behind the camera go, "Have we fuck?" The mum goes, "I haven't got any Caroline tea, but I've got you a glass of water." And I put a slice of apple in it.
It's not to get burnt in the first place.
Right.
I mean, I always think... I mean, it was quite interesting here today, for example, that there weren't that many people on the beach. And when you ask why, because there were so many people yesterday getting so burnt that they're all sitting in their hotel rooms.
Well, funny enough, I found 2 people today that have gone a bit too far and to do with your help. So where are they? Right. Oh, look at this lovely, lovely pink.
I can feel that sting.
I think she's some chamomile over
This is
here,
it.
don't you?
So I've just poured a little chamomile tea on here. Let that just cool off a fraction. Wave it about a bit or so. That's right.
Yeah, blow on it. Blow your germs on it. That's right.
Gently.
Oh, skin's coming off.
The azulin actually will cool the skin, takes
Look
all
at
the
the
redness
swelling
out
on that.
again. Let's try some of the seaweed gel.
She's going.
This is the big one.
Look at this guy.
These budgie smugglers.
Absolute geezer. You dirty bastard.
Check it out.
Dirty bastard. Can he
breathing
hold
in.
his breath for that long?
It's
That's
the
the
big
thing.
one.
In you get.
Oh, you dirty
In
bastard.
Victorian times, they used to have seaweed baths, and they used to boil out
I've
the
seen
seawater.
Spanish women lying in the seaweed at the end when tide
all the
comes.
mucilage from the seaweed would get into
Doing
the
this
water,
stuff.
and that mucilage would then calm and soothe redness. Really couldn't be better for you, a nice seaweed bath.
Can you feel the effects of that already? Oh, look at this one.
This is the really good stuff. This is the kelp. This is the deep water seaweeds.
Yeah.
Better than the bladderwrack. This stuff is very good for you, but the kelp is superb.
There, you just soak in there, dear.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll be back in a couple of hours, OK?
Bloody hell, Jeff. Oh, here we go. We're getting ready for the fashion show. People are having their hair done. Here they come. It's going to be silent because they put the music on.
Good evening. Thank you. The one thing we're not
What are you
likely
wearing,
to get
Jeff?
this
You look like a
evening
holiday
is
camp man. Bingity bong. Lorraine, just bobbed in. What have I missed? Oh, just some woman getting dressed up in fishing nets, and then Jeff Banks complaining that she smells fishy. But yes, he does look Butlins. This is supposed to be what to wear, right?
He looks like he's wearing the same makeup that they used to wear in black and white silent films.
Yes.
Suntan, but after all that time on the beach, the people of Newquay are now ready to take to the catwalk here at the Headland Hotel. But what would a British beach party be without a little help from Mother Nature's wind machine?
Well, following our auditions, we've chosen 12 local men and 12 local women who this afternoon have had the treatment. Hair by Paul Edmonds.
Hair by Harry Shearer.
Team and makeup by Christine Fiddler and team.
It's a young Penelope Keith.
Yes! Proves that Newquay is packed to the gills with faces fit for modelling stardom.
Having spent time around the town, we've discovered there's a distinct Newquay style. So with the help of some young talent, some après-surf fashion, and a little tie and dye, we present to you the ubiquitous Newquay uniform. Let's have them.
Here we go. Oh yeah, I've been to Newquay. They're all wearing that shit. They all look like dickheads.
Lucy Marsh.
Bouncy bounce.
Take them off. Take them off. Joe Sparrow.
Joe Sparrow. The placement of that print is really very unflattering.
No. Yeah. I wonder if
What?
I don't think the names coming up is part of the clothes show.
Oh, maybe they're the designer.
No, I think the person who's put this YouTube video has put those names on.
Oh, right.
This might be why they're putting it up.
There's people they know.
But the logo at the beginning was of a surfman. So the person who's put this up is involved in this show as a Newquay local. There we go.
So glad they did their hair. It's being blown up to bubbling by the wind.
Actually killed it. You geese up, guy. Robin. Then Eldridge.
Some active.
Oh, they were twatting. They're surfing.
He does.
Cruisewear time, and for this section we've asked some active types to get involved. We've got 4 members from the local lifeboat station, 2 lifeguards from nearby beaches, and our female models are all staff at this very hotel.
Oh. Got some bird's eye. I could totally rock that Mike Love look.
Yes.
That's Mike Love 1976, ladies and gentlemen.
Keith Beadle, what you got on, mate?
Keith Beadle looks like he's only got 3 months, isn't he? That jacket's way too big.
Oh, she looks good. I like that look. That is quite Penelope Keith, isn't it?
She's the Penny
Models that we auditioned, but the whole of Newquay wanted to get in on the act.
The rest of the act was a challenge, and that
the yellow jacket.
That when the guy goes to the salute, right? The yellow jacket guy, watch him, and then watch the
models that we auditioned, but the whole of Newquay.
Oh, this guy. So this guy does a stupid salute, and then watch the woman on the left. She goes,
"You dickhead."
Newquay wanted to get in on the act.
The rest of the act was a challenge, and that challenge was to create an outfit suitable for a beach party from flotsam and
Oh, here we go. Here's the
jetsam that
make
you
do
find on
amend.
any British beach. Now, with any of our challenges, we like a winner. So we've sent Karen backstage to judge, and without further ado, we present to you the Newquay Beachcombers.
She's freezing. Get her in and put a coat on, for God's sake.
that kid is about 38 now.
That's not flotsam and jetsam. That's just a sarong.
Oh.
Wow. That'll be on her 18th birthday. They put that up on the wall, didn't they? Oh, mate, what's this? Is he supposed to be a pirate? He's supposed to be a pirate, isn't he? Cardboard.
He's wearing one of those, you know, those mat things you see to get sand or windbreakers. Do you remember windbreakers?
Yeah.
He's wearing a windbreaker. I miss windbreakers. What a strange idea. You'd bring.
I'd never used them before, but we went to the beach with my in-laws once, and it was great. And it was like, oh, thank God for the 1950s.
So it's a big matting thing that's like 5, 6, 8, 10 foot, however long with poles, and you put it in
and
so you can lie down and not get windy.
Yeah.
Quick question, guys. Which Beach Boys song mentions windbreakers? Over to you. Oh my God!
Of course, now that is the new key look now, isn't it? Go to the local swimming baths, have all got their asses out.
I was not expecting that. The song is You Need a Mess of Help to Stand Alone from the Carl and the Passions album.
Oh, good. This is just embarrassing. What's going on here?
Oh, you dirty bastard.
What's he swinging?
His dick.
What is it?
We're geezers! Oh, zombie boy. They've got zombie boy involved. Too young to be wearing that. That's wrong. Now that looks
That's like my youngest.
But that is the kind of shit you'd see at fashion shows now.
Yes.
They were ahead of the curve here.
Did you see those big balloon trousers? The ones with the balloons on the top? Not an outfit. A pubic shell.
Yeah, oh God.
Windbreaker.
Towels. No one looks pleased to be there.
No, it's freezing. Look at it. That kid hates it. This is too long.
That was it.
And that's the end of that.
Is
No wonder we didn't know what to wear.
Is Kilroy doing a show?
I just remember his presenting style was divorce. It happens to 1 in 3 couples. It could happen to you. Now let's talk to Mark.
Derbyshire.
Divorced, aren't you? Just a little bit too close, and you get to
And
budge
Lawrence
up.
Parsons, a computer systems analyst.
Right, let's do. You've seen that one where it's just all of his intros linked together. Have you seen
Just
that?
questions.
Yeah, have you seen that?
Yes, but I love it. That was my studenthood. I'd get home and put that on. It would always be bloody Kilroy on.
Your mother wants you to get divorced because she can't stand your husband? What do you think it's like? Living with a man who puts the bottle before you and the kids? You walked out on your husband and your kids because you were bored? You split up with your ex 7 years ago and you're still in love with him? You're 40 and nobody wants you? You walked out on your kids and you call yourself their mother? You let your kids
Reading my mind.
eat their way to an early grave? You're surrounded by your family and friends and you're lonely. Your partner keeps trying to get you out of your clothes because he hates them. You expect to be paid for caring for your elderly relatives.
What a shit.
You go out
It's
3
basically
times
the
a
answer
week.
to all these
You get
questions,
blind
right?
drunk. You have casual sex and you get into fights. But you're a girl. You lied about being pregnant in order to save your relationship. Your children are going without food and winter clothes.
Is this how he
because
welcomes
you
dinner
can't
party
afford
guests,
them.
says Nelly.
You've been forced to move house because of a nightmare neighbour. You were charged with the attempted murder of your father. You spent £10,000 and 10 years going through the courts to get access to your grandchildren. Actress Claire Sweeney blames the Atkins diet for her kidney infection. Is she right? Your 16-year-old daughter's dating a man of 38? Oh, dear. He's spending over £2,000 a month on prostitutes? What's that? You really think a man's going to make you happy because he's rich? You're 48 and you're having one-night stands. Your children were put into care...
Yeah, you open Jack FM tomorrow.
...because you were on drugs. Your sister ran off with your husband, but you made it up with her. Then she ran off with your second husband. You're black, and you won't accept your daughter's husband because he's white.
Whoa!
There's 3 people in your relationship. You, your husband...
Alan says, I remember when he thought someone said marzipan, but they actually said tomazepam. I'm addicted to tomazepam.
And the memory of his
Is that clip out there?
Who was your 13-year-old daughter talking to in her bedroom last night? She wasn't being chatted up by a paedophile, was she?
That's not
Wasn't
funny,
being
obviously.
chatted up by a paedophile, was she?
Holy
You
shit.
dated her for weeks. You kissed, you cuddled, you got intimate. And then she lifted her dress and revealed she was a man.
Bonus. Double bubble.
She makes your life a permanent misery. And she's your neighbour. Well, what do you reckon then? Is this latest controversy surrounding Prince Charles endangering the monarchy? Do you know what some burglars say?
Joe says this could work so well for so many things. A big bottle of drugs with no top on.
It's you, the house owner, that profits from the robbery. She had to travel from Brighton to Manchester to give birth because her local hospitals had no places. Well, he's here, but is he welcome? You're getting £37,000 a year in benefits to raise 8 children. Your husband committed suicide.
Oh, shit.
And you blame yourself. So is that right, then? All you women in your 50s, your 60s, you've let yourselves go? You're past it? Your mother's in a care home and she's being drugged to keep her quiet for the convenience of the staff. He murdered your daughter and others before her, all of them in cold blood. And you don't think he should hang?
Daniel says these are like the Jack FM lines that Dom does.
Your...
All right, we'll do it. Iain Lee's Rude Awakening.
Your father was sexually abusing you when you were 34.
Jack FM, weekdays from 7. Iain Lee's Rude Awakening.
These violent women, what's their problem?
Jack FM. Let's have one more. Iain Lee's Rude Awakening.
You're pretending to be a schizophrenic in order to claim benefits?
Jack FM from 7.
It's true. Women are far more unfaithful than men. You heard about the new way we have of dealing with asylum seekers. We give them a map and a compass, and we direct them to the nearest immigration service. Your wife...
A map and a compass? just tell them where it is.
Right? And you're being racially discriminated against? You're just 50, and you feel as if you're on the scrap heap? You knew you were gay, and yet you still got married? Take care of yourselves. Thank you.
That's how it ends!
Oh my god! Oh dear!
Oh fucking hell!
He did that for years. He did did that for years.
Do you know what, team? On that bombshell, I think we're done. It's a shorter one today. We've done 2 hours. It's a shorter one today. Thank you for that.
It's a Sunday, and you're watching this.
So it looks like the shows next week are going to be Friday, and possibly something on Saturday. We will let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you as always. I think it's really helpful if you see any tweets about the Patreons. If you can retweet them, that would be great. Also, if you can retweet the tweet about me doing the show in Birmingham next week, that would be really, really handy. But always, it's lovely to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you in the week, and I'll see you tomorrow at 7. Bye-bye.
Bye.